Hi guys, good evening and welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host Eddie, and in tonight's video I will be discussing what I thought of the latest and very good episode of The Last of Us. Ooh, that was a good one, wasn't it? It's a lot to talk about and digest here, but before I get to all of that, of course, please be warned, this is a spoiler-filled review, so if you're not caught up on The Last of Us by the most recent episode, which I believe is episode 5 of season 2, oh my goodness, we only have 2 episodes left this season. How did that happen? But yeah, episode 5 of season 2. So if you're not caught up, do not keep watching or listening, as I will be discussing spoilers, plot details, character stuff, all that jazz. That being said, you have been warned. Let's dive right back into it. First and foremost, really solid episode. It had, it felt like a semi-healthy balance of excitement and drama to it. You know, there was some valid points brought up, like should Dina really continue going on this, which is basically a revenge mission. Some might call it justice, but let's be honest, it's also a revenge mission. She wants to kill Abby for killing Joel, which is understandable. Any one of us would want to do what she's going to do if a loved one had died like that. So, but it's like, should a pregnant lady come along? Although she is pregnant, but she's not like showing yet, so she can still like still take care of herself. She isn't completely helpless yet. But I liked how it turns out that they were being followed or tracked by Jesse, the actual father of her child. But he was more concerned with getting these two back than he is about, fulfilling a need for vengeance against Abby. And it sounds like him and Tommy were out looking for them and found them. But it was also pretty cool and exciting to see how they were pretty much running from one battlefield to another. Like first they're dealing with the wolves, then they were dealing with the scars. They were witnessing that brutal execution in the woods, or that ritualistic sacrifice, whatever you want to call it. It was pretty nasty. And of course, they were literally in their terrain in the woods. And then they run out of the woods, and then they're in the domain of the wolves once again. For a moment there, I really thought she was going to encounter Abby and the rest of her crew. But instead, she just finds the one chick, Nora. And Nora was the one who physically held down and basically made Ellie watch Joel get murdered. So Nora, in turn, is guilty by association, or is at least excuse me, she's at least an accessory or an accomplice. And she wasn't hiding the fact about it either. She was kind of throwing it in Ellie's face. So I was glad to see her slowly suffering or dying from the inhale of the spores that they were so desperately trying to keep out, or that they talked about earlier, how it had now gone airborne. And so they sealed up that floor in the hospital. But, of course, with Ellie in pursuit of Abby, she inadvertently seemingly let those spores out. So it'll be interesting to see how that'll affect the rest of the wolves moving forward. I gotta say, I was pretty shocked with the way it ended. I thought, it's obviously a flashback or a memory of some kind, but the way it ended so abruptly, I was like, oh, I guess that's how we're ending this week's episode. We don't know if she tortured Nora to death or if she shot Nora outright. And the other interesting reveal is when Nora reveals to her why Abby did what she did to Joel, because of what Joel did to them. It appears Ellie knows already. So when did she find out, and how did she take the news? That'll be interesting to see, and I feel like we're going to get much more depth and explanation to that in next week's episode, which looks and sounds like a big flashback episode. So we'll see what happens there. But overall, I was pretty satisfied and content with how this episode went. It was exciting. It was bloody. It was dramatic. It had some great character moments. Everything you want out of a good post-apocalyptic show, whether it's The Walking Dead, Falling Skies, The Strain, or in this case, The Last of Us. So I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'm not familiar with the games at all. I'm sure this was relatively faithful to how the games go, I assume or guess. I don't know. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comment section below. But what did you guys think of this episode? Did you like it? Did you love it? Were you expecting more, expecting less? Let me know what your thoughts and opinions are. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your night. The Last of Us has 2 more episodes to go this season, dropping subsequently on Sundays on Max. Have a great rest of your night, everyone. Thanks for watching. And of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.